Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bottomless welcome. Welcome forever, forever, ever, 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 ever. Welcome forever. A sweet welcome, a loving welcome, an honest welcome, an uninterrupted welcome, unwavering welcome. All inclusive welcome. Before I even continue, I just want to acknowledge the privilege we have right now. Be able to notice this that's here. We don't have to be engaged in any particular survival schemes or activities. We can have the privilege to be here and notice. A lot of humans on the planet don't have the privilege right now. And so I'd also like to send love and acknowledge the love present, send light and acknowledge the light that's present, send comfort and hope there's some comfort present to beloveds in Turkey and Syria and Lebanon right now. Earth is not stable. Subject to shake and quake and break, to come and to go. And we do our best in the time. And I feel really grateful. The invitation for us coming together tonight is to consider, to explore, to feel into, to deepen in, to turn up the volume of, to notice as an option this that is reliable. So many names, so many pointings, so many paths. And all of those are secondary compared to the gift of instinctual recognition, compared to the option of direct resting, direct experience of this that is at rest, this that is reliable, this that is stable, this that allows with so much immeasurable love for all of life to have a full experience, to flourish, and to have an honorable undoing. Beginnings, middles, and ends. If we notice in our own experience, start paying attention, we get to see, oh, the thought arising and then falling away, or noticing with body How many times have you blinked today? The swallowing, the movements, the energies, the emotions. Even as we do our best to manipulate, control, cope, suppress, numb out, still beginning, middle, and end. In the resistance, it may seem like there's a long middle, like a middle, a long ass middle. But as we discover the option to relax that resistance and notice that it's okay to be space, the space that we already are. It's okay to be space, the space that we don't have to make happen, the space that is. It's okay to also know our everyday human life as sky-like awareness. It's okay to discover a namaste, not just in a yoga studio, not just at the retreat center, not just a bumper sticker on a Prius, but to discover that, to discover what emotions really are, what thought really is. As we discover who it is we are, closer than what we've identified as, which identity, no problem with identity. Such an adventure. What a closet of drag goodies. Boas for everybody. Boas of identity. Of social security numbers and fingerprints and soul prints and astrological signs and human design and names and birthdays and relationships and me, myself, and I. Wondrous, wondrous. And that just was here. Also, this that has never been stuffed into a grape leaf or a date or an empanada or a body or a concept or a pocket of information or a hot pocket. It's that's still free, still wild, still untamed, still kind, still peace itself, free itself, still delighted, still stainless and whole, primordially pure and delicious. It's really sweet and can be super fucking frustrating approaching this moment from the space of something we have to do, something we have to create, or approaching peace, or approaching inner peace, or approaching love, or approaching abundance, or approaching wholeness or well-being as something we have to scramble and get all the things right and do all the things and fix our chakras and fix our mother's chakras. and fix our auric fields, fix our minds, only have the best thoughts, only have the best vibrations, high vibe only. And again, what an adventure all of that has having its place, right? I think it was maybe Nisargadatta that I once saw that expressed it so beautifully and succinctly. Necessary until not. All necessary until it's not. Innocent, 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 innocent. And then if you're willing to, and engaged in a 10-year yogic retreat or uh, program, you're willing to, for a moment, this moment, to stop and notice the harmony that is every atom in its place, every mug in its place, every thought in its place. Notice the immeasurably precious perfection of all that is, even as we're completely available and moved by the winds of our own heart to do everything we can to show up for ourselves and our neighbors and those we love and our planet. So this isn't the invitation to stop and just be a cave potato or a couch potato, even though that's totally welcome too. Everyone's path is so unique. But you get to discover for yourself in allowing yourself to be available. How is this infinite loving intelligence going to show up in a usable, practical way through you, your life, your hands, your intellect? Intellect that is not bound to anything that was learned or studied or seen. Unbound intellect. It's like, what does my life really stand for? And so for me, that's the whole gamut of the nama nama sing lama numa nama nama. Is all this, I am no thing, there's no one here, there's nothing here, there's nothing ever, there never was anything. In my dream, I appreciate that showing up as a human being that's available. A human being that's available. The benefit of noticing and honestly recognizing that there's no thing anywhere is that you're available as a human being for the whole planet. It's just a consequence of love meeting itself over and over again. Loving intelligence being itself in every possible expression. This too, this too, this too, this too, this too. More and more obvious, more and more obvious. So there's that song, what the world needs now, love, sweet love. And yes, it's like, yes, sing that song. This could be fun to explore another song. What the world is now is love, sweet love. And may that be more and more obvious. Love already present. As we begin the journey of coming back home the journey from here to here, the journey of deeper and deeper rest, noticing. It's like, oh yes, this love is not once interrupted. And how fun for the hologram to appear as that love in more and more obvious ways. For that peace that's already here in the whole planet, the whole cosmos, to appear in more and more obvious ways. That harmony that's here. Harmony of mind already present. Harmony of emotions already present. Harmony of a nervous system already present. Harmony of society already present. A world in this moment. This moment. I ain't talking about the other moment. Ooh, Lord have mercy. This moment. This moment. So, has anyone here never been to a satsang before? Okay, fun. And for those that may be watching that have never been to a satsang before. So I still like calling it satsang. It's such an affectionate word for me. Um, it's a Sanskrit word, sat meaning truth, and sang derived from the word sangha, which means a community of like-hearted beings. So in some definitions, it's a coming together in truth, coming together to notice the unwavering truth that is, or the awareness that is, the causeless awareness that is, the base intelligence of being that is, coming together to relax, the mechanism of reification, the mechanism of separating, the mechanism of all the ways we usually experience the world through all of our stories, all of our ideas, all of our identities, the ways we usually experience the moment, the ways we usually experience ourselves and each other through these superimposed assumptions. It's like living in the matrix, but a very, very light matrix. A mist of a matrix that cannot help but dissolve in pure ecstasy at first light. So it's not like any mind has ever really created anything that needs to be undone already at its inception. No mind to be undone here. No ego identification need to be relaxed. No conditioning. That's solid. It's not like coconut oil. It's hard. And then it gets warm and soft. And, when we honestly take a look, no thing here. Of course, in one stage of development, it can be very appropriate to believe that there's something here. And that's okay if that feels relevant in your journey, in your dream. Freedom is free, including free to suffer. But in a moment of willingness, or a moment of exhaustion, or a moment of maturity, or a moment of curiosity, just stop and notice the awareness, we can say, that has always been here. It's like when you look in the mirror, the body may continue changing, hairstyles, hats may continue changing, but that awareness, never aging, never changing, always present. When my father passed away, it was the worst thing that could have ever happened. I was 16 and I was devastated. I loved him so much, and it was like just the biggest nightmare ever. And like I was gutted and so sad. And I was at the funeral home with my other family members who were gutted and so sad. And life is still lifing, and the body still had to go to the bathroom. So it still had to pee. I was so sad and crying and crying and crying. But I remember getting up and walking to the bathroom. And I opened the door and I walked, and there was a big mirror before I can get to the place to relieve myself. And as I was walking, I just took a glance at myself with all the tears and all the sadness in this mirror. And the moment I looked in the mirror, I was startled. I caught something that was completely free of the whole experience, even something as devastating as my father's death, something as devastating as the funeral and seeing my little brothers and sisters younger than me just on the floor, you know, something free of even that. It was so powerful and kind of comical. I was like, what? And it's so interesting how we don't notice this. A lot of times we do notice this. And a lot of times we'll just brush it off like, that's weird. That's weird. Like, no, 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 no. Okay, no, no, no. Back to my body, back to my nails, back to my things and Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and time and that's totally okay. But it's also really sweet. Like it was so sweet to also discover that in noticing and exalting and becoming familiar and identifying with and discovering, oh wow, I am this unbounded, conscious, loving, aware reality. And I'm even more available to show up to take care of this pet called Ash. Even more available for this beloved to be itself fully, live an authentic life. And so that's the invitation of satsang, to notice that before the story of a you has appeared, or the movie of a you has appeared, after the movie of a you and the credits that run their course, and even during the movie of you, is this that is free. It's an invitation to die before the body dies. And I love the question Byron Katie suggests, which is, who would you be without your story? Who would you be without your story in love? Who would you be without your story on the planet? Who would you be without your story in relationship? Who would you be without your story with your family? Who would you be without your story in the creative possibilities or with your creative intent? Stressful story. If you got fun stories that are working for you, hey. But the stressful stories we could always question, that are not limited to. So Ramana Maharshi, beloved, who sits on Arunachala, sacred mountain in India, Indian sage, his inquiry was, who am I? And this is also the invitation. Who are you? Closer than all the wonderful storylines and ideas. Imagine not having to fix anything for anyone because there's no one here. We think that there's someone home in bodies, maybe a spirit living in bodies, like a little cuckoo clock. A little bird in a cuckoo clock. But completely empty of an independent nature. No separate self anywhere to be found. Fully celebrating every expression of separation. So, not making anything the opposite of or bad, inseparable and appropriate. We don't got to share Q-tips, for example. But primary to the dream of Q-tips and ears is this recognition, you and I, same consciousness, same aware presence, same heart, universal heart. So before I continue, anyone have any questions or something you'd like to explore? And the microphone's right there. If anyone. Or has anything been said that you appreciated or like to, or that had that landed somewhere? Hmm. What would you be without the story? Yeah, so fun. Oh, it's okay. What would you be without the story? Yeah. So in this moment, we can notice that as an exploration. Like right here, as we sit here, what tells you that you're a you? And where's the evidence of that? Or if I were to ask you, who are you? But you can only answer that question under the condition that you do not touch anything about the past. You can't pick up anything from the past. Not one atom. What's here that doesn't rely on a generated story in order to simply be itself? Notice for a moment, relax thought. Thought will come back in the next moment, but just allow it to relax for a moment, like no thought, like notice there's still an alive cognizance here. Aware intelligence here. Awareness that doesn't need an object to be aware of, to be awareness. Objectless awareness. All objects welcome awareness. And as we notice awareness, notice thoughts coming in, like clouds on mountains, mist in the morning, sunlight in pure space.
to be aware of myself without any past. I can't
Right.
go to the past because I've been sitting here worried about what my friends are thinking, you know, and like it's not my
So
job. And
fun. Like,
when,
oh Lord, what I bring my friends to. Lord have mercy.
well, and knowing it's not, it's no, and if they don't like me, it's fine. I still have other friends, and I
I
still, and
love
it's fun. And like
mind.
it, I can't, and I don't even care. I mean, on one hand, I know not to care. Do you know?
Well, that's
And
mind. Mind is being itself.
right,
Mind in one hand, another hand, 7 hand, 20 hands, a million hands. Awesome. So
right,
welcome.
and then trying to just breathe. But then my so neat because my body is getting more and more escalated, even though
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay, for a moment free, and then
Right.
it's on automatically getting more activated. So it's just fascinating
It's so
how
fascinating.
connected it is to the worry, that instinct of, I think, primal instinct of connection and belonging.
Mm,
And
mm.
wow, so I'm just noticing
Right.
that,
It's the
and
difference between life and death.
I'm
Hmm.
curious if you, because I know a lot of techniques, right?
Right.
If you notice that that question is brilliant, and I'll
Hmm.
definitely remember that one. But is there anything else? Oh, I know this is not the right question. I was just like, what do you do? What are your strategies? Actually, no,
It's
but do
so
you have
fun.
any, like, I don't know, what,
I mean, who knows what's going to come out of my
right?
mouth right now? Who knows what this moment's going to say to itself?
uh,
Um, but what we think we need to do a lot of things with that.
mm,
What I love inviting people, and maybe they don't like it, and you hear it until you hear it. You don't got to do shit with mind. You don't got to do nothing with it.
yeah.
Give it space.
Mm-hmm.
Give it permission. Give it permission to be itself. It's gonna tell all kinds of stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna identify. That's what an oak tree is an oak tree. A mind is a mind. An ocean's an ocean. A mind is a mind. A galaxy is a galaxy. A mind is a mind. A chihuahua is a chihuahua. A mind is a mind.
Mm-hmm.
A horse is a horse. Of course, of course. A mind is a mind. A mind, a mind. It's like, how sweet. We're not victims of mind. Only mind is victim of mind. We don't have a problem as consciousness. You have never had a problem with mind. Mind has had a problem with mind. Ego has a problem with ego. But aware consciousness, it's the sky not looking for an umbrella in a rainstorm. It's the sky not looking for shelter in a hurricane. Welcome, mind. I like to invite people to say, sometimes the beloveds that I work with, we haven't had our post-its moment. That can maybe be helpful
Mm-hmm.
in getting familiar with the awareness that's here. Boy, I have them write post-its down or all over their house. Hi, mind. Hi, awareness. It's just getting familiar. We've been trained, you know, uh, for years to experience life through the lens of separation. This is a tree. This is a bottle. This is mommy. This is daddy. You're this and you're that, and this is your age, and this is your gender, and this is your culture. Wondrous! What an adventure! I do see eventually as having a simultaneous education where there's recognition of the closed system of intelligence, separation intelligence, and the practicalities of that, you know, but also simultaneously, there's a celebration, a invitation, an education in the nature of open system of intelligence, source of intelligence, open aware presence, where it doesn't have to be either or. It's not like, oh, I'm only either a body or I'm infinite vast intelligence while I'm still cutting my toenails. It's like all of it inclusive, and they're inseparable from each other, you know? And that's what I really, really, really love about nowadays. We don't gotta go to Kathmandu or to Dog Woman P or to we don't got it's like right where we are, the lives that we live and the families that we have and the cars that we drive and the sweaters that we wear. We could get familiar with what is also here. Okay, I see mind doing this. What happens is we identify as mind. So when you talk to me about mind, you say, this is what my mind's doing. It's not your mind. That's just mind. You don't have mind. It's not personal. Every mind is the same. And there's only one mind. And in that one mind, there's no mind when we really look. So, what can help the recognition of that is to give it space, give it more space, right? When we get, because another thought arises, mind's doing its thing, and it's like, oh, I want to stop this mind. How do I stop this mind? Or how do I think differently? I don't want to think this. Why am I thinking this? Oh, of course I'm thinking this because my mom thought like that, my grandmother thought like that, and this person thought like that, and more elaboration, innocent, 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 innocent. But in the moment of, oh, of course you're thinking those thoughts. That's what you do. That's who you are. That's how it's that's how, yes, do it. So you do your thing. Get it, honey. Get it, get it, get it. Sometimes it can be helpful for different metaphors and that thing. So for example, if you like dancing, feel into the space of being the dance floor and noticing when you're in that ecstatic dance, how many different, everybody got they something, how many different flavors of ecstatic dance has taken place. It's like Henry's doing this and Carmen's like, and Bob is like, and whatever. It's like everyone got their little thing, and the dance floor isn't going, no, 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 wrong, bad, stupid, crazy, stop it. Dance floor is like, give it to me, baby. Give me all of your footsteps. Give me the way your body plays with weight and gravity. Give me your sweat. Give me all give me all the movements. The dance floor is like welcoming, 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 welcoming. You as awareness, welcoming, welcoming, welcoming. Oh, mind is dancing like this now. Oh, mind is dancing like that now. Oh, mind is doing the pachanga. Oh, mind is now, doing the waltz. Oh, mind is doing the tango. Oh, mind is writhing on the floor. It's like, welcome it. Oh, so much space for you, mind. So much space. Oh, yes. You're so free to do that, that, and that, and that, and that. In that openness, what we begin to discover in the practical ways as it shows up in our lives is that we're no longer informed by limited intelligence. Our speech, our words, our actions, our living, our yeses, our nos are effortlessly informed by the wisdom that is your nature, by the wisdom that is this moment. Using everything. Intellect will be used. Intellect has its place. Separation intelligence will be used. A tool that has its place, but as an option, not as you have to. You already are whole. You already are free. You already are joy. You already are infinite love. You already are vast, 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 everything, everything, all that is. But as an option, you can experiment from a space of curiosity. The difference between living life through limited intelligence, living life through story and thought, and being here as life unbounded, as love unbounded. You're welcome, love. Another fun little metaphor that can be of service if it lands for anyone that has really helped me is to tell everything how free it is. A lot of times in our journey of self realization, self discovery, The focus is, oh, I want to be free. I want to be free. I want to be free. I can't wait to be free. I can't wait to be free. When am I going to be free? I long to be free. I just want to be free. And I'm not free. And I got all the evidence showing me I'm not free. And the way my mind works, oh yeah, if I was free, I wouldn't be having those thoughts. If I was free, I wouldn't be living in this house. If I was free, I wouldn't be dead. If I, but in a space of, because guess what? Freedom has never been limited. So there's never been anyone that's been free. Opposite than being bound. Freedom is, even bound, the concept of bound is free. Everything is free. So in a moment of telling thought, it's free. So let's say mind is happening, and instead of getting in an argument with mind, oh my God, why am I still thinking this? I don't want to think this. I need to take a pill. I need to do some. Just say, oh, look how free you are. Look how free you are in your pettiness. Look how free you are in your insecurity. Look how free you are in your judgment. Like, you better work, mind. Oh, you're so free. Body, a pain, a sensation. Oh my gosh, body, you're so free. Look how free you are to have your own experience. Look how free you are to have energy, to sense stuff in different ways. You're so free, body. World, world, you're so free to be yourself, and you have forever to be on your own journey. I had this idea that you had to be an enlightened society, or your citizens had to wake up. Oh my goodness, the arrogance! You have all of infinity. Take your time, beloved planet. You precious, precious being. Take your time. Body free, mind free, nervous system free, world free. Notice how free that that thing is to be itself, whatever the fuck that is. Notice how free the harmonium is. Notice how free the pillows are. Notice how free Scott's socks are. Notice how free his beloved hairstyle is. Everything's so free to be itself, so free. As we start telling the truth about the freedom that's here, we turn up the sense, the volume of the freedom that we are. And that could be a fun thing to play with as an exploration, as a permission slip, as a way to get familiar with the okayness that is this moment. You know, I love that also, that little exercise of Byron Katie, which is you notice something that you resist and you write down the sentence. I never want to experience a blank. So, for example, if you're a performer or want to be a performer, and one of the things you resist is being judged, I never want to experience being judged. And it's like, how often do you think about never wanting to experience being judged when you never want to experience being judged? And have you noticed that anything you resist, you're already experiencing it in the moment? You're already experienced being judged in that resistance. And then I add these three questions to it. How identified are you as a separate self when you never want to experience being judged? Oh my God, I'm totally identified. And everyone else is separate too. I'm separate over here, they're separate over there, and then their judgment comes like arrows, takes my eyes out over here. And how real is the concept of time when you never want to experience being judged? Super real, because I'm always thinking about the future. I'm always thinking about the next time I'm on stage, or then or what else I'm gonna turn down because I can't bear being, holding a microphone or letting my voice out. I never want to be judged. And so play around with this for fun. Write it down. If there's something you resist, I never want to experience blank. What's the posture of I never want to experience being judged? Like, and then what I love is the next exploration. Instead of I never want to experience being judged, to play around with I am willing to experience being judged. And maybe for some there's an immediate softness, I'm willing to experience being judged. Yeah. Welcome to planet Earth. Someone might have a thought about me, or a thought about me. someone someone might judge. Their judgment might happen. And in the willingness, it's like, what's the posture of willingness? Maybe there's some open palms present. Maybe you're just like, oh yeah. How often are you thinking about being judged when you're willing to be judged? Maybe you're not even thinking about it. You're just available for the song to come through, available to be your authentic self, available to have your authentic movements, your authentic dance. And then for fun, if you won't take it to the next level, instead of I never want to experience being judged, I'm willing to experience being judged, play around with I look forward to experience being judged. Technicolor. I look forward. Oh, what an artistry is available in that space. You are a fountain pouring your uniqueness all over the whole planet, drenching those present, inspiring, ruthless, loving, bright, honest, available. And it's so sweet, these little options don't have nothing to do with chakras, don't have nothing to do with the fifth dimension or the eighth dimension or 11th dimension. I mean, they do to some degree, but it's a consequence, but not it's simple, practical. Ah, how fun these options. How fun. It's like what I love about this invitation is we think we're on the planet, and until we discover the option of actually landing in our bodies, it's the first time we actually take a step on this earth and are here with the world as is. Could you imagine who it was that had the first assumption that we weren't in paradise? Wow. What an assumption. This isn't the garden. Wow. Mind is powerful, but not that powerful. The garden is still here. Freedom still here. Peace still here. Awareness still here. Evergreen consciousness still here. Love still here. Yeah. Anyone else has something they'd like to explore? A few more minutes.
Knock nothing over. A couple days ago, I was able to see just how you were talking about it just now is actually how flimsy mind is.
It's so cute in its flimsiness.
Yeah, and how fast it can get. It's so flimsy and so easy to engage and disengage and engage and disengage that I can see like, oh, how fast things get spun up. It's
Right.
like, oh, wow, look at that.
In an instant, a whole world is constructed, a whole universe is constructed.
And it takes almost no time.
Right.
To just stop and
Right.
be like,
in an instant, the whole universe evaporates.
Just changes. Yeah, it's not out here that stuff changes. It's
right.
That.
Right. So good to notice. So good to notice.
And it was when I noticed it was so obvious.
It's hilarious. More and more obvious.
Couldn't somebody have told me this when I was 7? Right. Oh, now I'm back into. Oh, there it goes again.
Oh, so
there's
good.
all
good
the stuff, all the flimsiness that.
Good catch.
Yeah.
Good catch. Good to notice.
Yeah, it's like where there's feathers all over the floor, and you're trying to not step on the feathers, and there's so little air, and they just blow away. Oh, I better stop, and the feathers stop. Kind of. That was a weird analogy, but I'm here.
I like
so that's
it though.
cool.
I love feathers.
It's totally really. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so cool.
And
That's awesome.
the I've learned to pay attention to body signals, and something I guess I could say mind signals too. Like,
Yeah.
because the other day I realized, like, oh my God, I've got Dalai Lama's books. I haven't read them in forever.
You better read them, Dalai Lama books.
Yeah, I'm like, shut up, that's cool. I'm like, oh, it
That's
was
so
just it was like a
sweet.
surprise
Yeah.
remembering of like, oh, that's right, I have those
Oh, how
books.
fun.
You know, and I found the Tao Te Ching. I had like a little pocket penguin Tao Te Chings.
Pocket
They
penguin
bought
Tao
it
Te
like 30
Ching.
years ago at an airport.
What a
Something like that.
planet. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
I found it.
You found it.
I started reading it and I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. When I first bought it, I was like, what the fuck? What does this mean?
That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah, I'm reading the Tao Te Ching and I'm like, I understand this now.
That's so exciting.
What?
So
You know.
exciting. Yeah, you start seeing it everywhere in all the texts.
And yeah, it's funny. And I
And the
heard,
cereal boxes.
Yeah. It's Tao Te Ching. It's on a cereal box. Yeah. And an important thing I also heard this week from Aja Shanti. I was listening to one of his videos. And he's like, every realization that you see through feels like it has its own totality, and it feels like it's, oh, finally.
Right. Good clue. It's gonna
Until next week.
Until next week.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, another finally. Oh, no matter how big or how small it is.
So sweet.
There's
so sweet.
like a not a totality to quote unquote waking up. There's the awareness of ever growing.
Plain ass cracker.
That's right. The t-shirt I said I'd never make.
So this is really fun. A good clue. So if there's a sense that something's new, oh my God, it's so new. This awareness is so new. This freedom is so new. This peace is so new. This just that's a good clue that's just gonna go. Closer than the feelings. Some beloveds may be at a stage of development, we can say, for fun, for the sake of language, and where they've had a profound spiritual experience or awakening or opening naturally. Or maybe it's all natural. Maybe watching what the face of a baby, the shimmer on the surface of water, or ayahuasca experience, or iboga experience. And then there's an association with that opening, and it's like the association is how it feels in body and how it feels energetically. And then if body shifts or energy shifts, it's like, oh no, I lost it. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? And then we try constantly to try to get those feelings back and sensations back. And it's just another trick of ego, another trap of ego, spiritual ego, enlightened ego. But in the willingness to let all things be, we get more and more familiar with the basic plain ass cracker aware state that we only ever experience, which is this moment. This you in your life is the universe as your life. Always, always. The totality as your life. Infinite love as your life. The most simple, all feelings come and go. Points of view come and go. But this, still here, closer than feelings or sensations or energetic realms or angelic realms or this density or that density or this dimension or that dimension. it was really profound when my father was, bedridden. He was diagnosed with AIDS when I was 12. And before he passed away when I was 16, he was bedridden for a couple of months. And he really explored with out of body experiences and started teaching me how to have out of body experiences. And I was so scared. Oh my goodness. I'd lay down, I'd start feeling that. Bzzz, and then there'd be moments where I'd feel like I shoot, like a consciousness would go. And I get so scared, I just go straight up and then land right back in my body. That was the sensation of it. I was like, and then I would read these books that he would give me about the cosmic umbilical cord, and I gotta find my umbilical cord, and oh Lord, what if I can't see my umbilical cord? What if mine's clear? What if I can't get back to my body, Lord? And my dad was like, Ashley, he was like, I hear that, and you can have an out of body experience, but you can never have an out of home experience. And now the way I hear that is, you can have an out of body experience, but you can never have an out of awareness experience. You can have an out of dimension experience, but you can never have an out of awareness experience. You can have an out of density experience, but you can be on this mothership, this speed of light, that speed of light, this wormhole, that wormhole, this thing, that thing, but still solid awareness, unmoving, reliable. It's funny getting used to the sense of driving or being in a plane, and I'm totally still, just the world just rushing back into its source, rushing back into its heart. The road not moving somewhere, everything rushes in to this aware stability, totally still, never gone nowhere. And then have fun. Oh my goodness. You're the space that all gets to appear in. So you don't go to Hawaii or go to India. That's appearing in you. You don't move from one house to another house to a car. That's appearing in you. You are the space that is appearing in. You are the abundance that is appearing in. You are the snoring, long-haired chihuahua that is appearing. What a precious little angel. We need to put the microphone closer to her, very gently. See if we get a snore or two. Will. Anyone else want something to share or explore? Yes. Can you pass the mic?
It's a reflection that's been coming together and from a number of different angles
Nice.
and in hearings. And it kind of comes down to broadening my appreciation for love beyond the Valentine archetype. We may hear something like, the whole creation's law is nothing but love. It's just woven together by love.
Right, blah.
And I'm really down with that.
Nice.
And some things
Yes.
appear more, evidently loveful than others, and other things seem in conflict with with this love.
Right.
So maybe I don't know. Maybe I can be more generous as to how love expresses in the myriad ways in which love expresses itself, and there's a deeper context to the things that seem unloving, like that's also a part of love as well, like kind of what you're leaning into about like it's never left, it's always here, just different forms. It's not like the codependent love song is the epitome of love, jump in front of a train for you kind of thing.
Can't live without you. Only you.
Like that. So it's a bit of a thought of experiment and feeling into and playing and accepting and curiosity of
Curiosity.
mind. Like, what else is here?
Right. What else is here? And also, what else sees this? A lot of times, seeing from the space of separation consciousness, innocent, is an act. So it's like mind is using the mechanism of seeing as a way to reify and justify its existence and label. It loves stickers. Mind is a sticker collector. It has many, many albums where it collects its stickers. And it puts stickers on everything. Sticker. This, that, this. Label. Hello Kitty. And so it could be really sweet to experiment in this curiosity, noticing what mind sees, and then being willing to relax the focus, kind of like a camera lens. When you go like this and it's super sharp and crisp, and you relax the lens and the lines blur a little. So it's like, being willing to meet whatever appears with a conscious relaxation of the description present, including the judgment of it for a moment, and then maybe the next moment pick those descriptions back up. But just as a way of exploring, like, how does love itself see what's unfolding? And we're very familiar with how mind experiences itself. But to relax the focus and to relax the gaze. Do you know these gays? These gays are trying Oh, the White Lotus is really a part of my consciousness, isn't it? Love that. Love me some Jennifer Coolidge. Okay. So, yeah, relaxing the gaze. I can hear the music now. Can't you hear it? Can't you hear it? It's so fun. I was listening to, or I was remembering a song I wrote many years ago. I sing it too, but I just want to sing this little piece of something that just says, there is an artist who won Best New Artist last night, Samara Joy, I think her name is. So wonderful. She's like amazing, like kind of like this generation's Ella Fitzgerald or something. Beautiful tone, beautiful, and more in the jazz genre, super jazzy and cool, and and so there was a song that I wrote many years ago. It's like a Satsang jazz song. It says, you are not just a body, but a body appearing in a field of light. You are not just a field of light, but a field of light appearing in consciousness. You are not just consciousness, the consciousness appearing in absolute, ever present, here and now. Pray now, here and now, here and now, here and now. You are not just a body, but a body appearing in a field of light. You are not just a field of light, but a field of light appearing in consciousness. You are not just consciousness, but consciousness appearing in absolute, ever present, here and now, right now, here and now, here and now, right now, here and now. Awareness, are you aware that you're awareness? Awareness, are you aware that you're awareness? Sweet a little did with this sweet da 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 sweet down. Pop. But the song I really wanted to share with y'all is a country song. Because we got you gonna help me out with the background vocals with the so with this song, so have you noticed? But consciousness likes to yodel, right? The universe likes yodeling. So we're gonna have a little yodel moment. So I'm gonna say. So when I say, for a simple, good old-fashioned kind of love, I want y'all to say, kind of love. Let's just practice that. For a good old, simple, good old-fashioned kind of love, kind of love. The kind of know y'all too been dreaming of, dreaming of. Y'all are so good. Oh my goodness, I love this. Look at y'all enlightened and stuff. Okay. Something starts with. How many times, Wilbur, must I make the same mistake? Oh, when will I ever learn? How many times must my heart have to break? When deep inside I still yearn for a simple, good old-fashioned kind of love, the kind of know y'all too been dreaming of, I was sitting on a porch in mid-July with an empty rocking chair right by my side, and suddenly it came as clear as day as I saw my best friend Rover across the way. I mind in a cloud of dust he tried each time and failed. Like Rover, I've been chasing my own tail, spinning, spinning, spinning. How many times must I make the same mistake? Oh, when will I ever learn? How many times must my heart have to break? When deep inside I still yearn for a simple, good old-fashioned kind of love. The kind I know y'all too been dreaming of. Grandma always has something to say. Most times the words would just be in the way. She'll look me in the eye and squeeze my hand, saying, "Asigli you listen with your heart, you will understand. You can never truly love nobody else Until you find that love within yourself. I'm gonna sing it again. You can never truly love nobody else until you find that love within yourself. Squeezing. How many times must I make the same mistake? Oh, when will I ever learn? How many times must my heart have to break when deep inside I still yearn for a simple, good old-fashioned kind of love? The kind I know y'all too been dreaming of. Howdy, oh, howdy, oh, howdy, oh, yodelay, yodelay, oh, dee, yodelay, dee, yodelay, yodelay, oh, dee, yodelay, oh, dee, oh, diddley, dee, oh, dee. Yodelay, 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 oh, the lady, 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 oh, the Wilbur in me recognizes and greets the Wilbur in you. Okay. Spirituality is a serious thing, let me tell you. It's so... You gotta take it all so seriously, okay, bitches? Not even playing. Thank you all so much for being here. We're gonna end this portion. We're just gonna do 10 minutes, 5 minutes more in person, because y'all can't do the things I want to do right now, and on the thing. But I just want to say thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being here with yourself. I mean, I can't even imagine who's gonna show up to watch these. I love the beloveds that are here and that are present. It's so exciting to me that you're so willing and so excited and so open and so loving. Um, but you can go to my website, ashruiz.com. If you'd like to find out more, you can also go to myprivateceremony.com. There's some retreats coming up, one in particular coming up in Kauai called Aloha Waska. And it's a 5-day plant medicine ayahuasca ceremony experience with with embodied integration. So it's so much fun to be able to have medicine moments. And all medicine is psychedelic, a fun version of psychedelic, meeting a not so fun version of psychedelic. Mind, identity is a psychedelic. When you believe a thought that isn't true, that's put an acid on your tongue and you is tripping. You is tripping. So to meet the psychedelic of mind with it can be a sweet support, permission slip. Powerful permission slip, sacred permission slip to notice that who you are is the medicine. Who you are, your life is the medicine. You can also go to leafanddivine.org for ceremonies that happen here in Boulder every week, every month. Damn, every week, Lord have mercy. Once a month, sometimes twice a month, but once a month, the last weekend of the month, we do a ceremony here in Boulder. If that's something that interests you, you can also go to leafanddivine.org and explore that. Self-realization mentorship. I have 2 spaces available for self-realization mentorship. We meet once a week and we get familiar at getting skilled at noticing where suffering begins. When we notice where suffering begins, we can relax that shit and enjoy a good ass life, okay? And so that is all. If you'd like to leave a donation, you can do so. Venmo, PayPal, all that stuff you'll find down there. And if you'd like to leave a donation here, there's a little blue bowl over there. You can do that over there. And I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we got everything. We said everything. I love you. Thank you very much. Bye.